Hi guys, it's Ala. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I've actually been going through a lot of crazy life changes and things, and so to be honest, I took a little break from posting and working and trying to figure out my life, because honestly I've been a little bit lost with my path and what I want to do. And so I thought I'll just come here, say hi, and tell you what's been happening and fill you in on all the juicy stuff. And I recently just completed my jungle retreat. I did a 5-day jungle retreat, but I'll record a separate video about that, and I'll be posting that very, very soon. So stay tuned on that. And one of the big things that's happening right now is that we're launching a brand new course on Mini Entremet Cakes, my favorite desserts. It's like a French delicious pastries in the form of mini cakes, and it's a mixture between sponge cakes and mousse cakes. And we have officially opened the waitlist. So I'll leave the link down below to join our waitlist, and it's very, very exciting. I know a lot of you have been wanting to make these cakes, and they are completely brand new designs and flavors, and something that you haven't tried before for sure. So that's one part of it. Hopefully you join the waitlist. Waitlist is completely free. It's just going to notify you when the course officially opens, and you'll be able to get like the discounts and bonuses for everybody who's on a waitlist. You know, whoever makes the, on the early bird gets early bird rewards. So make sure you sign up. As I mentioned, it's free. Now, let me tell you what's been happening. So for the past, I think, 4 months, we've been living in Mexico. So me and Johnny have been traveling a lot. We've traveled around the whole of Europe. And then we kind of moved back to Mexico, and we're living in this beautiful apartment. Very lovely. I love it. And, it's just been a complete transformation, because we did a long distance for like a year. And now we started fully living together. So it's been a lot of adjustments, trying to figure out different schedules. How can we kind of work together and still be connected, in the mornings and the evenings. I know it's a challenge for a lot of my friends. I speak to a lot of my friends and just figuring out how do couples really do it. And for me and for Johnny, it's really important that we actually, are still carving out time for each other. Like we have mornings together or evenings together. So we've been trying different schedules, because we both work on different timelines as well. He likes to get up early at like 5 in the morning. I like to sleep in. I still get up early, but not 5 a.m. club, So yeah, it's just been a lot of challenges, him starting his new business, and I tried to help him a lot. So I almost took a back seat on my stuff for a while, just to support my partner. And I'm sure a lot of you probably can relate to that. So yeah, it's just been a lot of changes, and this year actually started pretty difficult for me. I've been sick a lot, and I just not been feeling good, and I've been kind of healing more of my traumas that kept coming up, and doing all sorts of things, courses and hypnotherapy and coaches, which are helping me now, and I'm progressing towards better sort of journey and realizing things and healing things. So it's been amazing, but it's been very, very hard emotionally and also physically. I haven't been feeling my best in terms of my health. Some mystery things have started happening. I started getting my allergies back and all sorts of stuff. And on top of that, my granddad has been in hospital for the last 3 months, which has been really, really stressful, because I do love him so much. And it's pretty much my grandma and my granddad are the only family that have left, alive, from the older generation. So I do really worry about him, and we've just been coordinating, trying to figure everything out to make sure he has the food, he has the help, he's got good doctors. He's currently back home again, but he's kind of been going in and out of hospital for the last, like I said, 3 months. So it's been a bit stressful on that side. Yeah, but I do feel better. I'm sort of finally starting to feel like myself again, and coming back to my usual routines. I even started working out again, and hopefully we'll get kind of back into that routine where I feel good, I eat good, we sleep well, and so forth. But yeah, it's just, I feel like this year has been very intense, and it didn't really start in a perfect way, I would say, or not even perfect way, just in a good way. And as I said, I've spoken to so many friends. Let me know what you experienced being this year so far. Mine hasn't been the best, but you know, we overcame so many challenges and things that came our way. So yeah, like hopefully things are going to be looking up right now. And I have actually, in this entire time, as well as I've been not feeling my best, I have finished my 8-week vegan cake course, which I did with my students, and it was amazing. We had so much fun, and now we've got like a little break before we start our Mini Entremet Cake Course. And you know, this is still something that I love and passionate about. You know, teaching. I'm passionate about launching my new courses, because it's just like a whole new, you know, emotions that coming this wave. And every course there's new students or old students, and we all just bond together and, you know, create this amazing community. But yeah, that's kind of, I know it's been a while since I literally have even shown my face here, so my apologies. I really just did not feel good, almost like a burned out feeling. And I think all the traveling, as fun as it is really stressful on my body, and it's very stressful, just generally exhausting. Like, you don't feel it in a moment, but once you're done, it like comes like months later. So yeah, and this summer, like, we have so many plans, and you know, we're gonna go back to America, probably back to Latvia, maybe spend another month living in another country. I know it all sounds great, like when people hear you like, oh, but you're just traveling and living in different countries. It is great, but you need to remember that every time you move, it's a new environment. You have to figure things out. You have to find an apartment. You have to adjust to that climate, to the food, to basically everything, you know. So as fun as it is, like, I love it, and we're looking, you know, hopefully to buy a house very, very soon, this year or maybe next year, because I really want my home, and I'm ready to have like a house, and I want to move all my things into one place. And yeah, I'm just like really excited. And I also want a puppy. I want my French bulldog puppy. Johnny said that he's gonna get me my puppy once we have the house. So that is something I'm really, really looking forward to. But yeah, it's just been a very, very kind of a learning year. Like, I've learned a lot more about myself, about my body, that I have, you know, for so many years been rushing and stressing and working super hard. And now I'm like learning how to slow down, how not to be perfect, how not to like tick 200 boxes a day. And one thing that I have really transformed, and for me this is massive, is that before I used to feel that, you know, like, let's say I want to go for a swim every day, and I want to do yoga and meditation and so forth. My list is huge because I love growing. But for me, I didn't feel like it was good enough if I didn't do like an hour of swimming or like an hour of yoga. And so every time I would start, you know, doing all these things, I would quickly burn out, because A, I wouldn't have enough time in a day, and B, I would have to get up early, and then if I didn't, you know, complete 100% of each thing that I sort of put on myself, I'd feel very disappointed and very deflated, and I would just not feel like, you know, having like a balance, like, oh, just swim for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or do yoga for like 30 minutes, that should be enough. I never felt like that was good enough. It's almost like I have to kill myself to get the best results, and then I feel like it's worth it. So that was a really interesting thing that I always knew about myself, but I could never like really change. And in the past 3 weeks, I have been able to shift that, and now I'm doing everything I want to do in a day. It's just in a shorter burst. So like, I'm doing a 20-minute yoga, maybe a 20-minute swim, you know, and that really helps, because I'm still ticking my boxes, but I'm not completing that whole crazy hour, which nobody has so much time in a day. You know, we only have a certain amount, plus, you know, relationship and home stuff and organizing and running a business. It's a lot. And another fascinating thing I learned was about hormones and women. And if you're a woman and you're watching this, then I hope you do know your body, because I actually didn't know. And so this has been very life-changing for me to understand how my hormones change throughout the whole month, and like what I should be doing at which week of the month. And honestly, it feels like, why is nobody talking about this? But I listened to a really good podcast, and that was really great. If you are interested, let me know. I'll leave them in the comments if anybody wants to know. But it's also really amazing for men to know, especially if you have women in your life, which all men do, you know, even if it's your mother, right? It's just to understand how women work, and that we have cycles, and that, you know, for first half of our month, like, we are excited, we can do things, we're energized, and then we slow down, and then sort of 1 week before our period, like, we're not very emotionally charged, we are lower, our hormones are lower, and so forth. So like, I didn't realize that I was pushing myself during those weeks and was feeling so stressed. So now I'm taking a new approach, slowing down, taking care of my body, not doing too much the week before. And I want to see, I'm very curious how that's going to work out. So, you know, like I said, there's been just so many realizations and so many changes in me as a person, and I'm growing so much. And of course, being in a partnership makes you grow even more. I have so much else, so much more to tell you, but I think I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you thought, and yeah, I hopefully will see you in my mini cake course. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next vlog about the jungle. Bye.